The story begins in Fair Lake Town, a small and isolated place where every year, on Halloween, the Mountain Man Music Festival is celebrated. Because of the festival, everyone in town is busy getting ready, wearing creepy costumes and preparing to leave the town, since the festival is held outside the city. At the same time, a news reporter named Colleen is covering this festival for the local news. After finishing her report, Colleen goes out for a jog. While jogging, she unknowingly wanders deep into the forest. Suddenly, she comes face to face with Sawtooth, but because of the Halloween festival, Colleen thinks it's just someone playing a prank in costume, so she laughs and keeps moving forward. A little further ahead, she encounters One Eye, and again she assumes it's just part of the festival scare. But then she runs into Three Finger, who blocks her path. When he refuses to move, Colleen angrily flips him off and tells him to get out of her way. But in a shocking moment, Three Finger chops off her finger with a knife. Terrified, Colleen starts running for her life, screaming for help. That's when a man suddenly appears and pretends to help her. He hides her behind some bushes, acting like he's saving her. But moments later, he brutally kills Colleen himself. Soon after, the three cannibal brothers arrive, and we learn that they all work for this man, Maynard. Maynard is revealed to be a serial killer who has been on the run for over 30 years. Three Finger and his brothers take Colleen's body back to their hideout and begin cutting it up and eating it. When Maynard arrives, he angrily scolds the brothers for not cleaning up the evidence after their crimes. Next, we see a car carrying 5 college friends heading toward the Mountain Man Music Festival. Suddenly, Maynard intentionally steps in front of their car, causing them to crash while trying to avoid him. Luckily, none of the friends are seriously injured. When they step out, they see Maynard lying on the ground and assume he's dead. But Billy, the driver, is confident that the car never even touched him. As Billy tries to flip Maynard over to check him, Maynard suddenly attacks Billy with a knife. Seeing this, Billy's friends jump in and beat Maynard to stop him. Unseen by them, Three Finger and his brothers are watching everything from the woods. Three Finger is about to kill them with a bow and arrow, but suddenly the police arrive. 2 officers, Angela Carter and Officer W.D. Briggs, show up. Angela arrests all 5 friends, along with Maynard, and loads them into a police van to take them to jail. Later, they're found in Briggs's car. Because of this, Angela tells Briggs to stay behind until a tow truck arrives, while she leaves with the others. As soon as they're gone, Three Finger and his brothers attack Briggs, killing him in a brutally violent way. Now at the Fair Lake police station, Billy tells Officer Angela that the drugs belong to him, and that his friends had nothing to do with it. Taking full responsibility, Billy convinces Angela to release his friends, but she strictly warns them not to leave town. Because of this, Billy's friends decide to stay at a nearby hotel. Meanwhile, while investigating Maynard, Angela discovers that he is a most wanted criminal, wanted for decades. She contacts higher authorities, who inform her that they will arrive in the morning to transfer Maynard, but Maynard coldly warns her, "You won't survive until morning." By now, the entire town is completely empty, as everyone has gone to the festival. Three Finger and his brothers begin planning Maynard's escape. They crash their truck into Fair Lake's mobile tower, cutting off all phone signals. Next, they head to the power station to shut down the electricity. A security guard notices them through the CCTV cameras and comes outside to stop them. But the cannibal brothers capture him, trap him in live wires, and kill him in a horrific way, causing a total power blackout across the town. Meanwhile, Officer Angela tries to contact the other police units, but all of them are busy providing security at the music festival. At the same time, we see Billy's friends at the station. Cruz decides to bring food for Billy and heads toward the police station. But on the way, Three Finger spots her and starts following her. Cruz senses danger and starts running for her life, but Three Finger catches her and kills her brutally on the spot. Shortly after, Billy's friend Julian passes through the same area, but since Three Finger is busy feeding on Cruz's body, he doesn't notice Julian, and Julian also walks past without seeing anything. Julian reaches the police station, where Billy asks him about Cruz. Julian looks confused and says, "She left before me to come see you." At the same time, Nita goes to take a shower. That's when Sawtooth and One Eye kidnap Billy's friend Gus. Gus starts screaming for help. Hearing his screams, Nita rushes outside. Suddenly, One Eye attacks her and is about to kill her, but Nita manages to grab a knife and kills One Eye instead. She immediately runs away to save her life. Back at the police station, someone knocks on the door. When Angela checks, it turns out to be her husband, who brought food for her. He hands her the lunchbox and leaves. Meanwhile, Three Finger and Sawtooth tie Gus to the back of a truck. They brutally smash his legs with a hammer and then dump his broken body in front of the police station. Gus starts screaming for help. Julian recognizes him and shouts for Angela. Angela rushes outside to help, but suddenly, Three Finger charges in with his truck and crushes Gus to death right in front of her. Angela is completely helpless. She moves Gus's body off the road and then arms Billy, Julian, and another prisoner named Moose, asking them to help defend the station. Billy begs Angela to let him go find Cruz, but Angela refuses and orders them to guard the police station. Angela herself goes to a nearby shop where she finds a radio and a generator. generator. After struggling for a while, she manages to turn the generator on. Using the radio, she contacts a guy named Teddy and asks him to call for backup, but because of the Mountain Man Music Festival, Teddy assumes it's just a prank and doesn't take her seriously. Meanwhile, Nita reaches the police station. As soon as she knocks on the door, Moose panics and fires his gun, causing Nita to fall to the ground. Thankfully, she isn't hit, but when she looks up, she sees Gus's dead body, and she starts screaming in terror. Billy immediately recognizes her voice, and the gunshot alerts Angela, who rushes outside and brings Nita inside safely. Billy asks Nita about Cruz, but she also has no idea where Cruz is. Billy completely breaks down and tells Angela, "I love her, please let me go find her." After a moment, Angela finally agrees. Julian insists on coming with Billy, and the two of them head out armed, searching for Cruz. Unknown to them, Three Finger is watching their every move and begins setting traps for them. A short distance away, Billy finds Cruz's dead body lying in the middle of the road. Seeing her lifeless body completely destroys him. Suddenly, Three Finger appears, and Billy and Julian start running after him, only to fall straight into his trap. Sawtooth and One Eye knock them unconscious. When Billy wakes up, he finds himself buried in a football field, with only his head sticking out of the ground. Nearby, Julian is tied up with heavy chains. They scream for help, but the entire area is deserted. Then Three Finger approaches them, pushing a snowblower machine, laughing as he moves closer. Billy realizes that his death is going to be painfully brutal. Instead of killing Billy from the front, Three Finger circles around and uses the snowblower from behind, completely shredding Billy's head into pieces. After killing Billy, Three Finger turns toward Julian. Julian desperately tries to escape, but the chains hold him down. Moments later, Three Finger kills Julian as well. Meanwhile, Officer Angela becomes extremely worried about Billy and Julian. They've been gone for a long time, and deep down she starts to fear that they might already be dead. Realizing she needs outside help, Angela orders the prisoner Moose to go to the festival and bring back assistance. She puts Moose into her car and sends him toward the main road. Moose manages to reach the highway, unaware that Three Finger has already set up a deadly trap. As soon as the car hits the spike strip on the road, it crashes violently. Moments later, Three Finger and his brothers capture Moose and drag him into a nearby shop. They lock him inside a large metal drum and set it on fire. Moose screams in agony. Angela hears his screams and rushes to save him, but the moment she reaches the shop, a massive explosion occurs, killing Moose instantly. At the same time, back at the police station, Maynard manipulates Lita, promising that if she helps him escape, he won't kill her. Terrified, Lita gives in and unlocks his cell. Maynard keeps his promise. He doesn't kill her. Instead, he gouges out both of her eyes, leaving her screaming in pain. Blind and panicking, Lita stumbles outside, where Angela notices her. But before Angela can react, Maynard appears. As Maynard raises his gun to shoot, Angela shoots him first. She drags both Maynard and Lita back into the police station, locks Maynard inside the cell again, and tells Lita to stay inside. Determined to get help, Angela steps outside, and that's when she sees her husband's car. Looking into the side mirror, she realizes that her husband is tied up inside the vehicle. What she doesn't realize is that it's a trap. A knife is secretly attached to the car door, positioned directly under her husband's body. In a panic, Angela rushes forward and opens the door, and the knife slices straight through her husband, killing him instantly. Before she can react, Three Finger crashes his truck into the car. Angela barely manages to move out of the way in time. Three Finger steps out of the truck and slowly walks toward her. Angela shoots him in the leg, but it barely affects him. He knocks her gun away and brutally beats her until she loses consciousness. Meanwhile, Maynard threatens Nita, promising to torture her for the rest of her life. Terrified, Nita escapes the station and runs into the darkness. When Angela wakes up, she finds herself tied up inside the police station. Three Finger and his brothers are pouring gasoline everywhere. Maynard coldly explains her choices. Either a gun is strapped to her neck, with the trigger tied to her feet, giving her a quick death, or she burns alive in the fire. After taping her completely, Maynard sets the station on fire and walks away. As he sits inside the truck, he hears a shotgun blast from inside the station. Smiling, Maynard assumes Angela chose the easy way out. Elsewhere, Nita reaches an empty road. She hears a vehicle approaching and desperately waves for help, but the truck that stops belongs to Maynard. Three Finger steps out, forces Nita into the truck, and only then does she realize who they are. Nita breaks down in tears as Maynard and the three cannibal brothers drive away with her, and with that chilling moment, the movie comes to an end. If this story sent chills down your spine, imagine what's waiting in the next one. Hit subscribe, because the darkest stories are still coming. Like and share with someone who loves real horror, not fairy tales. And remember, when the road disappears, don't turn back. Wrong turn always finds you.